If you grew up during a time where it didn't matter if it was a tornado, a blizzard, or probably the gates of hell opening, school was still on, then you're probably Gen X. The local news would come on and say, folks, Category 5 tornadoes headed straight to town. The school roof has been blown off, but the buses are running on time. Monday, time for Gen X. Come on up in here. Okay, I do feel better. I say that, my body's like, watch this, bitch. I still feel like I sound like I swallowed a frog. I didn't, but that's what I sound like. Got that rasp. And not like the good, sultry rasp. It just sounds like I've smoked too many Marlboros. I'm going to just go ahead and say it. People of our age, we're going to be the best friends that you're going to find, okay? Because, number one, we will hype you up. We'll hype you up. We'll fight anybody for you, because what you're doing talking to my friend crazy, we'll bring you a casserole if you're sad. That's Southern Edition Gen X. But also, we'll roast you within an inch of your life, because that's our love language. We do hurt faces and feelings. We ain't those keyboard warriors. We will pull up. And I don't know what it is, but every Gen X Southerner has a spiritual connection to the Dollar General. Maybe because that's about all we got to shop at. But you'll go into that sucker for a pack of paper towels. You'll come out with a crock pot, a seasonal wreath, if you will, some off-brand cookies, and something that smells like lavender, but also depression. We grew up different. We survived wild animals, southern mamas, lightning storms, humidity, red dirt, Kool-Aid, nutrition, and then rope swings from a real questionable limb. And growing up as Gen X, y'all remember them field trips you used to go on? It was either, because we was country, ain't much down here, honey. You'd either go to like the catfish farm. Nobody wanted to see that. You would go to probably a Civil War memorial. No, nobody wanted that either. The paper mill that just smelled. We didn't have none of them fancy Yeti coolers or nothing like that. You remember what your mom would do? You'd get that off-brand soda to take with you on that field trip, and it was wrapped up in aluminum foil. That was your homemade Yeti. And then if you had a little snack or chips or maybe a Hostess little cupcake in there, you'd trade with your friends. I will give you these Pringles for that cupcake. Oh, no, I don't want those Pringles. Somebody wouldn't trade, you'd be mad. Okay, I'll give you these Pringles plus this unopened pack of Kool-Aid. And you know them kids that was eating that raw pack of Kool-Aid because their finger was always the color of whatever Kool-Aid they were eating. And you only had 3 projects if you participated in that science fair at school. It was either you built a volcano or a solar system, or you had a bean that was just growing a plant out of a styrofoam cup. If you had siblings, you grew up fighting constantly over several different things. First of all, number one, the front seat. The front seat. You'd fight over the last popsicle. You'd fight over who got to control the remote. But mostly you'd fight just because they were breathing too loud in your presence. I remember the detective work we would do when we got star 69. You're like, prank call who? Prank call who? Because I'm going to call back. If somebody picked up the phone while you were on dial-up, your whole life just collapsed. We swam in some questionable waters, right? Creeks, rivers, ditches after it rained. We were one tadpole away from just morphing into frogs. We also drank out of public water fountains with zero fear. That's why our immune system's so good, okay? Because that water coming out of there tasted like lukewarm pennies and resilience. Did you bring home every animal that you found, whether it was a lizard or a frog, or you had a bunch of them roly-polies in your pocket? Please tell me if you're not from the South that you at least know what a roly-poly is. Okay, y'all be good.